Hello and welcome to ONOJK123 Art. My name is Jonathan Kendall, and we're going to do a session today in GIMP, GNU Image Manipulation Program. First thing we're going to do is make a blank canvas. So File, New, 19,000 pixels by 19,000 pixels. Advanced options, 600 resolution. I'm just used to that, so I'm going to use that. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to change this color to red. And I want to get an invert of that color, so I'm gonna just make a circle here. Color, invert, and then I'm gonna sample that color with the sample tool. So now I have cyan and red, which are inverted colors of each other. Select none. Actually, control select all. Delete. Just clearing that layer. Now I'm going to use the paint tool. I'm going to choose a brush here. Brush, that rectangle. Brush. Hardness all the way up to 100. Size right about there, maybe a little less. Right about there. And dynamics are on random color. And here under the gradient I have the FG to be foreground to background. Hard edge. It's a hard edge, it's not like a smooth transition in the gradient. So I'm going to choose a brush. The reason I do that is to get these hard edges. That's what I want. Make it a little larger. A little larger there. Just going to fill in this one area. There we go. Fill in this area here. Then I'm going to go to Filters, Distort, Kaleidoscope. 12 mirrors, turn it up to the right mostly. And then hit OK. Wait for it to. Then I'm going to open the monitor here. I like having the monitor open so that I can monitor the CPU usage and the memory usage. So I really do know when my computer is working, or is it in a loop, or is it just, is it functioning and doing the work that I need it to do for the task. So duplicate layer, filter, gonna go back to the kaleidoscope, 12 again, up to the right. This time I'm gonna zoom slightly past halfway. And that's just going to make a tighter pattern with more density. So just click OK and wait for it to be done. I'm just waiting here. It's almost done. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna work with as the first kind of step, is this one. So I'm gonna duplicate that layer. Duplicate it one more time, just because I know I'm gonna need lots of copies of it. Save, so that if I need to, I can open it again. Doesn't matter what I name it. So, gonna go to Kaleidoscope 12, and I'm just gonna choose a random pattern here. I'll just change the trim X and trim Y, and that'll change the pattern. I'm not too particular, like, at this point. So I just kind of chose this random pattern, click OK. Okay. So I'm going to select by color the cyan portions. Then make this layer invisible. Go to the next layer underneath that. Select that so that it's selected. Press delete. Select none. Select the layer underneath that layer, which is the same. It used to be the same, so you'll see the difference now when we go to colors, hue saturation. See, you can see where I deleted out the other one. Click OK. Merge these. Duplicate. File, save. I'm going to go to the layer above and change it again. Filters, distort, kaleidoscope. Twelve mirrors. Choose a random pattern. Trim X and Y, whichever you feel like there. Click OK. And then wait for it to catch up. I'm going to do something I normally don't do on this one. So I'm going to try something new. Well, not new, but kind of new to this technique that I usually use. I'm gonna go filters, distort, whirl and pinch. I'm gonna use whirl and pinch. Turn the whirl up a bit. And this is going to take a while. The whirl and pinch is done. The only reason I did that is because I wanted to add some variation in that way. So now I'm going to distort kaleidoscope again, 12. Doesn't really matter where I do the X and Y. So I'm going to say OK. And now I'm going to do the same thing I did before, which is select this top layer, just the cyan part of it, and delete out that portion, that selected portion, out of the layer beneath it. And then color the layer underneath that differently so that it shows through the layer on top of it. Select by color, then the cyan. Make the first layer invisible, select the bottom layer, press delete. Select none. Select the layer underneath on the bottom. Colors, hue saturation. Just slide the hue until you like the way it looks somewhat. So I'm going to stick with this one here. Okay. You know, I'm going to colorize the layer on top of it. Just because I want to. What happens if you make it black? No. About red. Not red. Green. Blue. Yellow. Okay, I'm gonna make it yellow, a little darker, a little lighter. There we go. Say okay. Merge visible layers. Duplicate layer. So now I have this color. I like the pattern density. I like the colors a little bit, but you gotta tune in the colors a little more later on. Now I'm gonna work on the pattern so I can get that to a state that I like it in. Save. I'm gonna zoom in a little there. Okay, so now I'm gonna do filters, distort, kaleidoscope. This time I'm trying to pick the most aesthetically pleasing pattern I can make with this tool, with the kaleidoscope tool. So 12 mirrors, and then I'm going to try different combinations of trim X and Y. So you have this outer area and you have this inner area here. So this is too busy right here, don't like that. In the outer area. This one seems sort of interesting so far. So far, so good. I like that. On top of that, I'm liking the middle quite a bit. I think what I'm going to do is choose just the middle and use Vance AI to enlarge the image at the end. So I'm gonna go to, so basically what I'm doing, I'm gonna shrink the canvas, image canvas size. We're gonna say 4,000, bringing it from 19 to 4,000. And you can do this because we're just gonna keep this middle portion, because it'll be really easy to work with. I mean, we can get it to where we really like it, and so select, and then we can use AI enlargement to enlarge the image when we're done. Image layer to image size, filter, distort. Actually, I'm going to duplicate this layer first. Filter, edge detect, edge. I'm going to make this edge detect here. Turn the amount all the way up. Okay. Colors, desaturate, mono mixer. Just make all the lines white. Okay. Filter, generic, dilate. Do that one more time. Select by color, black, delete out the black, select none, filters, do no color, colorize. We're just gonna make it all white. When you delete out the black with this color select tool, it leaves little pieces of black behind, so you just colorize it to get rid of those. But I'm going to invert it because I want the lines to be black. Now I'm going to get the colors right. colors, hue saturation. You can change them however you want now, because there's a, I was going to show you here. So if I, for example, I'll just create a duplicate layer here. If I turn the brightness contrast all the way up, see that red that appeared there? So at this level, there's a lot of like little things that happen here on the edge. Just pink and red. So, okay, let's say we keep that. The lines will cover all that up, so we don't care what happens when we change the colors, because these lines will cover up the edges. So you could keep it this way if you wanted to. I don't want to. I'm going to delete this layer. Duplicate this layer. Again, and keep these lines on top. Colors, hue saturation. Blue. What if we did like this pleasant orange yellow? Took the green. Did like a sky blue, light, a lighter sky blue, darker sky blue. And then we took the yellow and just see what color we want to make the yellow after that. That looks good. Bring the lightness down on that. Change this. There we go. Right. Not going to keep it there though. I am going to lock in the colors by merging visible layers, filters, distorts, kaleidoscope. I'm looking for something unusual and balanced. I like that right there. Okay, I'll duplicate that. Just see something here if I can make it even better or not. I like that better. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. Colors, brightness, contrast. You can change it a little bit, not too much though. Right there. File, save. Now I'm going to export it, and it still doesn't have a name at this point. Let's go ahead and name it. randomwordgenerator.org. So I'm going to choose that title. And we're going to have to export it and then enlarge AI image enhancement, enlarging. Let's see here. File exports. Do JPEG. Say 95. I'm going to go to advanceai.com because I have an account with them. There is a tool that's free, but I never worked for me, so I use this tool. Upload image, pictures, science of man, JPEG, anime, yep, 4 times medium. Just gonna make it 4 times larger, and I left all the settings as they were. And now we can download it. It's going to be 16,000 pixels by 16,000 pixels. So I'm going to open it in GIMP and resize it down. Downloads. There we go. You can take a look at what it actually did to the... Made it a little wavy here, but I'm okay with that. Now I'm going to post it on my DeviantArt account. And then I'll submit. And that's it.